Hi, my name is Jordan Korfman, and this is my presentation on the relationship between modern-day law enforcement and minorities. To begin, I wanted to talk about how the issues surrounding police behaviors with minority groups has been a topic of conversation and great controversy for many years, whether this be issues with discrimination, police brutality, or just the overall improper use of power. Many have found themselves wondering if police forces truly care for minority groups or if they are just attempting to make them targets within a community. These minority groups extend from people of color to women to homeless to those with mental disabilities, along with many different minority groups within communities. However, there is room for these relations to be reestablished, and in order to do this, police agencies must work to recognize diversity and also help promote social justice. I think that in order to establish this, police must have more extensive diversity training and also promote diversity within their agencies and also improve communications within their societies and to those who live in them. Some real-world examples that show the stressed relationships between modern-day police agencies and minorities include this one where on August 9th of 2014, an 18-year-old named Michael Brown was fatally shot through the window of an officer's car. This was entirely unprovoked and seemed to be an issue of a racial discrimination. And then this event also led to the establishment of the Black Lives Matter movement. Another example can be seen where a female police officer for the Metropolitan Police was raped by one of her colleagues in 2004, and she continued to stay silent even though he continued to rape and sexually abuse many other women, and he was not arrested until 2021. The officer that was victim to this man felt as though her colleagues would have laughed at her and made fun of her story and not helped her, which shows the discrimination that often takes place with women in the work environment. On June 9th of 2021, a mother named Misty Castillo called the police on her son, who had a knife and was seeming to have some sort of psychotic break to her and her husband, and he also had a mental disability. And a police officer arrived and just went inside and shot the man with the mental disability without trying to de-escalate the situation. There's a rising amount of individuals being treated unfairly by police officers because of their mental illness, and many are finding it extremely difficult to find the help that they need before it's too late. All of these real-life examples show how minority groups are often treated poorly by police agencies and often have their lives taken for them or are refused the help that they need. I think that implementing training with diversities within police agencies and also ensuring accountability is taken is vital in moving forward and promoting better relations between minorities and police. Diversity training is a program that is often implemented into workplace environments that helps people recognize people's differences and how those can be beneficial. The purpose of diversity training is to help reduce discrimination and bias and help form more positive and productive relationships within the workplace. When it comes to police and law enforcement, diversity training can help others understand different cultures within their communities, which would hopefully challenge many biases and also help establish a more positive relationship between them and the minorities within their communities. I also believe that promoting diversity within law enforcement agencies would help reestablish a better relationship between police and minorities. I think that within any area of life, having a diverse group of people can make a team much stronger due to the different backgrounds and perspectives and other such things. The same, I think, can be said within law enforcement, and promoting more diversity within law enforcement agencies may help build relationships with minorities in a couple of ways. I think that including more women in law enforcement may often lead to less excessive use of force. Along with this, women victims often feel more comfortable with female police officers, which may help build these relationships with women. I think that also having a diverse group of officers racially may help eliminate bias and help promote relations with those of different races within a community. If every individual within a workforce has the same experiences and opinions, bias is inevitable. But when it comes to those who are called to protect and serve our communities, it is vital to have diversity to help eliminate these biases and promote healthy and positive relationships. For faith integration, I think that a lot of different places in the Bible show just how important it is to have diversity and how important it is to appreciate one another. A couple verses that I found include Romans 12:16, which says, "Live in harmony with one another, do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly, never be wise in your own sight," and 1 Corinthians 14:26, which states, "What then, brothers, when you come together, each one has a hymn, a lesson, a revelation, a tongue, or an interpretation. Let all things be done for building up." I think that is important to realize that God loves us all equally and appreciates all of us for our own uniqueness and what we can bring when we work together. When we are together with Jesus, there is going to be no separation or bias towards one another, and we are called to love those. Something I think of when it comes to this is how Jesus, who was perfect in every way, would talk to tax collectors and homeless and help them. These people were often kind of thrown out of society and rejected, and Jesus was not too proud to associate with them. I think that we are humans and we are not above being with others and loving them no matter their differences. In conclusion, I think that diversity is something that can be extremely beneficial and helpful in all areas of life. Having different backgrounds, experiences, and perceptions can help individuals think broader than just what they know, and can help bring people together and eliminate biases. Within the world of law enforcement, there are many areas when it comes to diversity that I believe could be improved, not only to help the agencies, but also to help build relationships within the communities. Modern-day police agencies must work to build diversity and appreciate it so that our communities can be safer and stronger. Here are my references, and that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.